These refs. Okay, let's get into it.
Here we go.
Age.
Yep.
Bruce Arians has been a coach for 47 years in football. Okay.
Okay.
I've obviously not witnessed all 47 years of him coaching football. I've only seen 1 year. And I think I saw enough to really have a pretty good grasp on how this whole thing goes. We were in spring, okay, OTAs, running some drills, 7-on-7 or whatever. Had refs in, local refs that are like college refs, okay, local refs that are college refs. They come in, just getting some practice. Okay, just get some practice. But hey, if you're just going to get some practice, don't be ruining our practice, is BA's mindset. Guy misses a touchdown. Okay, guy misses a touchdown. Clearly 2 feet in. He calls him out. Obviously, the defense does a full celebration. I mean, it was clearly a touchdown. Like, me and Vinny are standing right there, 2 feet clearly in. Bad call by the refs. Defense doesn't want to hear it. Defense does a full 2 BA, you know, because BA's coming in wearing all black on days that he kills him in the whole funeral. So BA... listens to the defense and then just completely turns to this ref. Just beeline to ref. Lets him know how big of an embarrassment he is, basically, and how much he, like, chooses. He undresses this ref in this OTA thing, and he walks away. Okay, then he walks away. And then he starts talking shit to the defense and talks shit about the ref while talking shit to the defense to them and walks away. I was like, yes, this is before I got to see him in action during games. Then during games, you know, you got that side judge or whatever on the sideline. Unbelievable working of this side judge. And I think he has a personal relationship with basically all of them. I am pretty sure he has a personal relationship with all of them. But BA, much like the players, okay, I think players normally feel this way a lot more than coaches do, at least enact on it. BA understands these refs are very important to the game. And when they are asked, they need to hear about it. I asked BA this morning, hey, anything you want to talk about? We need to talk about these refs. That's what he said. Okay, that was his big takeaway.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, compelling case whenever you start seeing some things. And obviously everybody's talking about the tush push. We'll save that for last. There were some clear and obvious ones on Sunday Night Football in the biggest game between the Steelers and the Packers that they didn't get right. Broderick Jones, Pittsburgh Steelers, left tackle, actually goes in motion basically for a play. Now, it's not as easy to see if you're not looking for it at the beginning, which the ref should be. They get Skycam on this. This guy's behind the guard before the ball's even snapped, okay? Don't know how you missed that, honestly.
No, that's what drives me crazy. The clear and obvious, they don't warn the tackles anymore. They'll call them, and now you see a tackle sitting back 4 yards. This guy's offsides, and then the one where the defense jumps offside.
On the next drive. So now the Green Bay Packers, have a chance. Mike is trying to scare him, get Zach Frazier to jump offsides. How you doing? And what he actually gets is his D tackle to move.
Devontae Wyatt.
And then Rashawn Gary also. There's 2 guys offside. This on 3rd down. Aaron just being in the game 20 years. Okay, this is a free play. Mm-hmm. Almost to the point where they should have stopped it because they almost made contact. Like if there's no contact and they're offsides, they let the free play happen. This guy was so close to Frazier, you thought they might even stop it because there's contact. Then Aaron Rodgers throws an incompletion. It's now 4th down. He goes bananas on these refs. But this is the biggest game of the weekend. This is Sunday Night Football. This is early. These are some important parts of the game. Very clear and obvious they're missing it. Are they dropping down a level right now? Are the refs getting worse right now at the clear and obvious? BA.
I think it's totally true that quality from week to week is getting worse.
I don't like that. Because then you say, BA, it's just 2, that's just one crew. That's just one crew down there. He's check Tampa Bay game. Check Tampa Bay game against the Saints. So this play, I think we need sound on, please. Spencer Rattler, quarterback for the New Orleans. Or no, I'm sorry, is this Spencer Rattler?
This is, yes.
Yeah. Spencer Rattler, quarterback for the Saints. Sound, please.
For sure. Thanks to Glenn and Chaz. Rattler on the slant. That is the first down, and then the ball came loose. Taken back by Whitfield. No whistles.
The ball was fumbled, recovered by the defense. There was a whistle blown after the defense.
Commentator just said no whistles. Pereira, I think, is in the middle of saying, I didn't hear a whistle. The ball was clearly out. Obviously an awkward thing. So they take touchdown back off of the board. They still have the fumble recovery there. BA says, oh, okay, yeah, just take a touchdown off the board because of a whistle that none of us heard. And it was on the opposite side of the field. Is that what you were told?
Yeah, the opposite side official wasn't even his call. Makes a call, blows a whistle. Now, to me, that's suspension.
Yeah.
That's a suspension. You don't call any more games the rest of this year.
It's the NFL.
It's not your call.
It's the highest level.
It's not your call. Let the person call it they're supposed to. This inadvertent whistle thing drove me crazy for a long, long time. This is about the third one of these I've had.
Okay, so, and he said we've had, as if he's still in the Bucs. You'll see some of the awards he gives out. He does have to walk into that building still on that point. And then obvious the tush push. The tush push is clear and obvious and also incredibly hyped. And whenever you think about this play, yesterday, Dan Orlovsky and our conversation about it, 2 million views on X. The other one, like 1.8 million views on X. People obviously at the point of wanting to figure this out. Now, most people saying, get it out of the game. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia people still putting up the same fight that they had during the offseason whenever they were trying to ban this. It's like, hey, it's a football play. If it's so easy, why doesn't everybody do it? Then we watch the offsides that happen. We watch the illegal motions. Now we're watching this happen where they say forward progress is stopped and they take away a fumble recovery for the New York Football Giants against the Philadelphia Eagles. Clear and obvious to everybody but the refs.
Yeah, to me, it's like, okay, I'm all for the tush push. I mean, Jalen Hurts is unbelievable. Only he can do it.
Yeah.
But if you can't referee the play's got to get out of the game. And obviously, they can't referee this play anymore. Between all the false starts, the offsides, and this ridiculous play that the forward progress was stopped, they're all going forward. He's reaching forward when they take the ball away. And it got reviewed. Now, if you're going to review it, you review the whole play.
Just get the right call.
But they're saying that forward progress being stopped trumps everything.
Yeah, they've been using that for a long time.
That's the scapegoat thing.
Yeah, it has been the trump card. The trump card has always been the forward progress thing if they made a mistake. But we're at the point now where it's like, why not just get it right if you can get it right? We're already doing the New York drop-in expedited rules. Well, they can't overturn everything. They can't put a flag out. It's like, why not? You guys are letting them basically do that anyways. Why don't we just get the call right if we know it's clear and obvious? And the way this was originally reported, correct me if I'm wrong, I think one of the aggregator accounts put it out and said there was a mistimed whistle or something like that. It was like the whistle actually didn't blow until after Thibodeau had the ball. So there was no blow of this thing being dead. It was just a forward progress conversation. AJ, Bruce Brown, New York Giants fan, obviously, so he's going to feel a little bit a certain way about this. He said if they were to stop forward progress every time they did tush push, well, what's the push for? Because at some point he's going to stop, and then they're going to push him. So are they stopping the forward progress every single time now? Is that the expectation? Is the first time he stops is what the tush push is, which goes to BA's point. None of us know what everybody's going to do, which is probably what the defenses would like a little clarity on, AJ.
Yeah, everyone needs some clarity, I feel like, but also like it's getting worse as the season goes when it comes to the tush push and things like the stuff that I guess you should be able to figure out, that you shouldn't be making repeat mistakes. They continue to make them. And I'm sure there's plenty of good refs out there. I know that. There really is. But the problem is the bad ones make all of them look much worse, I feel like.
I just heard BA say, where? I just heard him.
Trying to give the benefit of the doubt. There's got to be some good
No, there is. There certainly is good refs. We're not going to say it. It's very difficult to get an entire team of good refs. In this environment, I mean, not a lot of people are signing up to be refs. You know, like that is certainly an issue, which goes back to we need that player pipeline.
We need that academy.
I think so. I legitimately think it's a good idea.
Yes, indeed.
Do you think the NFL will ever get on board with it?
I would think so. It's for former players. You know, for me, it's like whatever we can do to help a former player transition to the next step after playing. We do it for broadcasting. We do it for some other things.
Business. They do it for business. They do it for broadcast.
Steve Freeman was the best back judge I ever knew because he played safety for 13 years. He knew exactly where his eyes were supposed to be all the time. And to me, that was like, we need more Steve Freemans out here.
And we're not saying that all refs have to be former players.
No.
But we're saying if we can recruit former players to become officials by this academy that the NFL and the NFLPA have done for many of, you talked about broadcast, they did for business as well. I think there's a social media one now. There's all these different things that kind of get pieced together, like little boot camps that get pieced together to help players do it. If it was actually that big of a deal to the league, I mean, you can make that a year-round thing. Offer salaries, you can get on scholarship, you can even get sponsors to get in there because everybody wants the ref thing to be fixed. And you're taking care of former players. Easy babyface move by the NFL to do this. And I think you'd get guys that appreciate the job, know the job, and also aren't scared. Like, I think some people in some of these calls are scared to make the call. And it's like, are you scared? Are you confident? Like, what is going on? And new refs probably getting intimidated. I would say that is something that could certainly happen, especially on an NFL field, whenever you're seeing people that maybe you even played video games with playing alongside you.
And they're talking to you, and you got BA in your ear as well. Like, that's not a lost art, but that's a thing great coaches do. They will work the refs to where you might get a little help as the game goes on.
Yeah, and a little frantic too. You're getting in there, maybe a little frazzled. I'm not saying every ref, but we're just saying, like, if we can get players in these positions, I think that would be good for the game. And I think we should be trying to promote that legitimately. I think that's something they should think about doing.
Well, and the whole thing, it's strictly about accountability. Like, guess what? Refs are going to screw it up no matter what forever. But if you're not accountable, then you'll just continue to screw up and it won't matter whatsoever because it didn't matter then and they can just skate by and go to the next game. And to your point about the aggregator tweet, yeah, it was like early whistle on the Eagles before the fumble. That's wrong. But, 10 million views later, everyone thinks that there's an early whistle. So people not knowing ball, also a massive problem. But, like, no matter what, the pipeline absolutely should happen. People from those pipelines will get calls wrong. Like, that happens no matter. Human error forever, in the past and the future, will always happen. But it's strictly accountability. Like, if you don't have accountability, then nothing actually matters.
And on that note, Gene Steratore, right? We've talked to him a lot about how he handles being ref. And he's like, hey, you know what? DB was holding a little bit, didn't affect the play. We kind of carry on here. This one, not a part of the play. We just kind of keep it. Feel for the – and I'm not saying that there's 0 NFL officials currently that have feel for the game. I'm just saying, like, ex-players would have that feel. It's like we should – that seems like a trend.
You got to get the easy ones right. Like, that's the thing. Like, I understand there's some tough ones. There's some, was that PI? Was it not PI? Whatever. It's just those I understand a little bit, the judgment calls. But some of these things, like, seem like almost day one install stuff for rep.
Broderick Jones there, 77. Yeah. I mean, him going in motion. That is literally what he did. He went in motion. And then the refs are like, hey, listen. We'll make up for you.
We'll get you back.
We'll get you back. We'll let you get 2 guys offsides, almost touch on 3rd down. Like, for Aaron Rodgers, it's pretty big down here. This is the money down. In his head, 3rd and 8. Okay, obviously 3rd and long, but I got a free shot here at anything. Okay, guys covered, but let's go ahead and give it a go here. Why not? Let's just kind of
the most touchdowns in the history of the NFL with
free plays. Yeah, that's Aaron's thing. Too many men, jump up, false start, offsides. His cadence is his cadence. That is why he does it. So he feels like, yep, did it again. Hello, Pittsburgh. This is the show. And him getting it to Green Bay, probably like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is my shit. I took you tripping down memory lane real quick, getting a free play. And then the refs just being like, yeah, it's 4th down, bro. Yeah. That was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, good pressure by those guys.
We punted it and never got another stop. And that was the end of the game.
Oh, my God. So you guys lost not because Brett Michaels wasn't heard by the entire stadium. You lost because of this.
Yep.
Mike has drawn his own guys offsides, trying to bait Zach Frazier. Had his hand on a ball. Obviously not going to move.
Definitely lost that because of that.
That's crazy that happened to you guys. And you guys are calling for people's jobs.
No kid.
It should be the
Nobody's
refs.
calling for anybody's jobs.
Yet.
We're just pointing out facts.
So
everyone else can come to their own conclusions.
I like that.
What would that be described?
What is your conclusion?
Leading the witness.
Leading